for me. Long as you need somebody, and somebody needs you. Guess what you got?
What Mr. Vine, Mr. Vine, coming Sweatbox. We back, we live, we active. You know how we do. So, all right, let's talk about your boy Donald Trump. And he held this press conference the other day. And while coming out of it, everybody in the news and everybody was saying, oh, he sounded so presidential and this was the best speech he's ever done because he sounded so, he changed his tone. Is this the pivot we've been waiting to see from Donald Trump? Fuck all that. I will concede the fact that he didn't get up there and insult anybody. He didn't insult, well, overtly. He didn't insult anybody. He didn't attack the media. Yeah, he was a more docile version of himself, but he still didn't say anything of any relevance. He still didn't say anything. First of all, he didn't list anything as far as how he's going to do anything. He listed zero ideas on it. He just talked about things that people want. He didn't give any ideas or facts of how he was going to do any of it. None. Go watch the speech again. He didn't give any. He was just talking. That's all he does is talk. And most of the shit that comes out of his mouth is bullshit. So no, I'm not going to give him credit for sounding presidential, okay? He's a fraud. This dude's been a fraud since day one. For instance, during his speech, he made it a point to sit there and say how he's going to make sure that the water, to protect clean water and clean drinking water, when this is the irony of this. That same day, earlier that day before he gave the speech, he signed a bill that was going to strip the EPA of so many of its restrictions protecting our water. This dude has appointed people to deconstruct the agencies that they were put in charge of. So don't talk to me about how he sounded or how his tone was during that speech, because he's a fraud. He didn't present any ideas on how he was going to do anything. All he did was talk. That's all he does is talk. Because all he's going to do is talk about what he's going to do. And he's going to say things to make you think he's going to do. But he's not going to do anything. All he's going to do is enrich himself and the small circle of people around him. Why do you think he lined his cabinet with billionaires from Wall Street and from the business sector? Why do you think that? To enrich himself. He doesn't. I mean, come on, people. You can't be this naive. You cannot be this naive. This speech was utter garbage. Garbage. He didn't say anything of any relevance at all. It sounded nice. Yeah, sure it sounded nice. Go listen to Bernie Sanders' response and talk about, you want to talk about somebody who spoke with substance, go listen to Bernie Sanders' response. Because Trump said nothing of any merit at all. There's nothing I can take away from that speech to make me say, oh, you know what? He's a changed man. He might actually be a good president. No. He's still the same piece of shit that he was before he took that podium. Just because you shine a turd, it's still a piece of shit. So I don't understand how you people can, how anybody in the media can sit there and say, well, Van Jones, I totally disagree. And I love Van Jones. I like Van Jones a lot. But you're not going to agree with 100% of anything that anybody says. And when Van Jones got on TV and said, tonight he became president of the United States, no, he didn't. No, he didn't. He's an actor. He may be able to play the part every once in a while, but he can't do the job because he's incompetent. That's why he ran. That's why he filed for bankruptcy 6 times. That's why every business he's done has failed. The only reason he's in the position he has is because he's taken advantage of people less fortunate than him. He's robbed people. He's failed to pay contractors. This dude is a crook in every sense of the word. And I'm not gonna be fooled because he got up on stage and read a speech out of a teleprompter for an hour and he didn't fumble through the words and he didn't go off the beaten path and start insulting individual people in the crowd, which is what we've come to expect from him. Is the bar become that low? Is that how low the bar has become now? that, oh, he can get up and read a speech out of a teleprompter, so that makes him presidential. No, it doesn't. That just makes him barely competent. And I don't even know if he passes that bar. You guys have lowered the bar so low for this piece of shit that he does the simplest things and you stand and applaud. He's not a baby learning to walk. He's a 70-year-old man who's supposed to be running this country. No, be tough on him. Be harder than you've been on anybody before because he deserves it, because he's a piece of shit. But you guys are going to sit there and continue to drink the Kool-Aid like he's doing something positive. He ain't doing nothing. He still ain't did nothing. All he's done is talk the whole time behind you guys. Not even behind your back. The whole time he's talking, he's like, look over here. He's distracting you guys. Look what I'm doing over here. Fake news and the media sucks and yada, yada, yada. The whole time he's in your pockets, robbing you blind. Come on, people. Smarten up. Come on, people. Smarten up, man. This dude is a fraud in every sense of the word. All right, I'm not going to go on. The speech was bullshit. He's bullshit. I'm done, people. I mean, I'm not done. I'm going to continue to, but I'm done talking about this speech today. We got more important things to talk about. There's news there's comic book news that I could be covering right now. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not wasting no more time with this fraud. Wake up, people. He's a fraud. And I'm going to say it. He's a fraud and a horrible human being. I want to make sure I mention that on every Donald Trump video that I do. That he is a horrible human being with no redeeming qualities. Period. Alright, y'all. That's my time on this subject. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and keep it locked to the channel. Because we holding that piece of shit accountable every day. It's your boy, Mr. Vaughn. Until next time, you know how we do. Peace. 100, y'all.
I'ma go to the end with you. I'ma go to the end with you.